Well, it's about that time again where I get to share my garbage with you. So if it wasn't obvious already, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys all of my empties, all of the products that I finished over the last little bit. And of course, I'm gonna be letting you guys know whether or not I'm going to be repurchasing these products. Empties are always great because obviously I went through the entire thing, and so I have a pretty good idea of how I actually feel about all of these different things. And so I'm going to be giving you guys all of my little mini reviews. And I also have some products that I unfortunately have to throw out because they are expired, and I'll be sharing those with you guys as well. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy it. Let me know in the comments all of your thoughts on all the products that I'm going to be showing you today. And if you've tried them, I want to hear your reviews. Hit the thumbs up button if you want me to continue saving my trash and I can do more empties videos more often. And of course, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And without further ado, let's get started. So my empties often include a lot of my skincare products. Cleansers in particular are probably some of my most emptied products. I kind of feel like I go through cleansers like water, honestly. I just use maybe more cleanser than recommended on most days because I really like to feel like I'm getting my face really nice and clean. And so I have 4 cleansers to show you guys that I finished over the last like 2 months, which is crazy. So starting off first with a cleansing balm. This is the Paula's Choice Omega Plus Complex Cleansing Balm, and it says that it's for all skin types. It's supposed to melt away makeup, sunscreen, and impurities and rinses cleanly for soft, hydrated skin. This is actually the very first product that I've ever tried from Paula's Choice. I've heard such great things about this brand, and I was really excited to try something out from them, especially being a cleansing balm. I'm a huge fan of cleansing balm and cleansing oils. They're a huge staple in like my double cleanse routine. I always have to be using one. It's really my favorite way to take off my makeup at the end of the day. I pretty much never use makeup wipes anymore. So I am slightly on the fence with this product. I didn't absolutely adore this. It wasn't my favorite cleansing balm or cleansing oil that I've ever tried, but it also wasn't bad. There are 2 different ways for me to kind of gauge whether or not I like a cleansing balm. Actually 3. The first one is, does it actually break down my makeup? Is it effective? Secondly, I don't want to feel like I have a film on my face after I use a cleansing balm. And third, I don't want it to sting my eyes because I actually do find a lot of cleansing balms tend to do that. This guy pretty much checked off all 3 boxes for me. It was effective, it didn't sting my eyes, and it also didn't leave like a film. It kind of just got the job done. I do feel that this is a pretty good basic cleansing balm. It didn't really blow me out of the water in any direction though, which is the one reason why I'm not like completely raving about it, even though it did check off all of my boxes. I do actually feel that I went through this really quickly. I think I went through this within a month, which is quick. I mean, I did say that I go through cleansers really quickly, but it typically will take me longer than a month to go through a product. There's 3.5 fluid ounces of product in here, which really isn't that much, which is probably why I just went through it so quick. So I think for that reason in and of itself, I'm not going to be repurchasing this. I know I'm going to have to continuously buy them over and over again, practically monthly, which is really just not a road that I want to go down, you know? And there are other cleansing balms that I'm using right now that I really love that actually have been lasting me quite some time that also check off all the boxes for me. So this is a good product. I wouldn't say there's really anything bad about this, but it just did not last me a long time at all. And so for those reasons, it's out. Next, we have an empty bottle of the You to the People Kale Green Tea Spinach Vitamin Superfood Cleanser. Every time I say the name of this product, I feel like it just grammatically does not make any sense. Kale Green Tea Spinach Vitamins Superfood Cleanser. I don't know, I feel like there's something wrong with that sentence structure. This is actually one of my favorite cleansers. This is something that I pretty much always have in my skincare collection. I'm actually currently halfway done my current bottle of this, and I didn't finish this one that long ago. It's mainly because both me and my boyfriend use this cleanser. He also really loves this. I just really like this cleanser for myself because it really gets the job done. It cleanses your face. It makes your face feel clean, but it doesn't strip it. I have dry skin, and while there are other cleansers that will make my face feel really clean, it will also, you know, just take all of the moisture away from it too, which is something that I definitely don't want. And so this is like the perfect medium, and it just works perfectly. This is definitely one of my holy grail cleansers. I mean, I'm currently working through one right now, so obviously I've already repurchased, and I will be continuing to repurchase this for a long time. Next, we have another one of my all-time favorite cleansers. This is the Ren Evercalm Gentle Cleansing Milk. I feel like in all of the empties videos that I do, this always makes an appearance. So I actually only use this cleanser in very particular situations. So if I was wearing makeup during the day and I'm doing like a double step cleansing routine, meaning I go in with like some type of oil and then a water-based cleanser Afterwards, I will use this cleanser. If I did not wear makeup throughout the day and I'm not really doing like a double cleanse routine, I will use this cleanser. The reason being is because this is an incredibly gentle cleanser. I don't feel that this makes your face feel like squeaky clean. This is a cleansing milk, and I almost feel like it's more of a cleansing cream. It almost has the texture of like a moisturizer when you're rubbing it on your face, and so it feels really, really gentle and soothing, and it's so great, especially if you do have dry skin and you find it really hard to find a cleanser that doesn't completely strip your skin of all the moisture. This is a really great one to go to. But like I said, it's not super aggressive, but that's also a good thing and also needed sometimes. I have been repurchasing this for such a long time, and I will definitely be repurchasing this again. Got another cleanser here. This is from Skinfix. It's a Barrier Plus Foaming Oil Cleanser, sulfate-free hydrating wash. This stuff is honestly amazing, and I'm so happy that I discovered this. I really love to use this on the days that I'm wearing makeup to break down my makeup, or on the days that I'm not even wearing makeup and I just want a nice hydrating face wash. This is awesome. If these two cleansers were on two sides of the spectrum, like this one being the most gentle, this one being not abrasive, but a little bit more heavy duty, this would sit right in the middle. And even though this is called an oil cleanser, this does not have any type of like oily feel to it. So when you put it on your skin, you almost don't even feel like it's going to break down your makeup because it's not super oily, but yet it does. And it does a really good job of it. I will absolutely be repurchasing this guy. Okay, so that's it for the cleansers. So now let's move on to some body care products. I have two body washes here. The first one is from Sol de Janeiro, and it's the Brazilian For Play Moisturizing Shower Cream Gel. So this may surprise a lot of you because I do feel like this is a cult favorite product. The Bum Bum Cream went, I feel like, viral maybe like a year or two ago, and everybody was talking about the scent and how amazing it was, and I bought it. So excited to try it out, and I really, really, really dislike the scent of these products. I find them to be so overly sweet that it's just somewhat nauseating for me. And listen, that is saying a lot because I am somebody who really does enjoy a nice sweet scent, especially for body care. I just find it so nice. It's definitely my preference, but I don't want it to be over the top. And I do feel like these are like very over the top sweet and not in a way that I enjoy. So I've had this body wash sitting in my shower for months. Dare I say it's been over a year? I don't know, but I really don't like wasting products, especially products that I've already started. And so I was determined to finish this even though I did not like the scent. And thank God my boyfriend discovered this in the shower because he actually loves the scent of this. So he actually is probably the one who like took it for the team and finished off this bad boy. I used it once in a while just to kind of get it over with, and I finally finished it. So obviously I'm not going to be repurchasing this. I just don't like the scent. It's way too sweet. And yeah, as a body wash, it was fine. So not to be dramatic, but I'm going to throw this out and never look back. I have this other body wash here. This is from the drugstore. It is the Lift Clean Coconut Milk Moisturizing Body Wash. And yeah, this was fine. It was great. It was a nice big bottle. It lasted me quite some time. I didn't find that this dried out my skin in any way. So in that sense, it was good. Did it blow my mind? No. Let me know if you guys have any body washes that blow your mind, because right now I'm kind of in a body wash rut. But this was fine. Nothing more to say about it. I don't think I'm going to be repurchasing it though. Next, I have a little scrub here from Goop. This is the G-Tox 5 Salt Detox Body Scrub. I've tried a lot of different products that are similar to this. Salt scrubs that are mixed in with oil are very common to find. It's one of my favorite ways to exfoliate my body because it really gets rid of those dead skin cells, but also moisturizes at the same time with those oils. I actually found that this was almost too salty for my liking, which may sound a little bit weird. I am somebody who gets a lot of cuts and scrapes on my legs. Why? I don't know. Do I play sports? No, but it just happens. I'm just that type of person. And so because this is so salty, it really burns my legs when it gets into my little cuts. And so because of that, I just wasn't able to use this super often because it was so salty. I actually have another scrub from Josie Maran that's a sugar scrub. So there's no salt in it and it doesn't burn when it gets, you know, anywhere near any type of open wound on my leg. So that's good. And I do actually prefer that scrub as well because it has finer scrubby things. Sometimes when things are too chunky, you almost feel like you don't get a lot of surface area when you're scrubbing. Like I like a finer scrub because I feel like it kind of gets in there a little bit better and gets the job done a little bit better as well. So with all that being said, it's not a bad product, but it didn't like blow me out of the water. It's not my favorite. I will not be repurchasing. The last body care product that I have here is a deodorant from Native. This is the Cucumber and Mint deodorant. It is no secret that I love Native deodorant. They are definitely my favorite deodorant brand. I know it is quite difficult to find a aluminum-free deodorant that is actually effective, and I went through quite the journey trying so many different types of deodorants, and this is one of the very few that is actually effective. I love all of the scents that they come in as well. I never used to be a scented deodorant person. I always would get something unscented, but the scents from Native are so nice. They're subtle. They don't like overpower, but it kind of just adds this little hint of freshness that I really enjoy, and Cucumber and Mint is probably one of my favorites. It's like my favorite summertime deodorant scent. It's very fresh and nice and not overpowering. So this is great. I already have another Native deodorant in the works. I consistently have like 2 or 3 being used at the same time, only because I like to switch around my scents, like their perfume. It's just me though, really not necessary. A little bit overkill. So these are great, and yes, obviously I will be repurchasing. So that's it for body care. I have one hair care product here that I finished. This is the Playa Everyday Shampoo. This is another product that has stayed in my shower for a little bit longer than it maybe should have. Just because this is not really a shampoo that totally blows me out of the water. I do find that this is a good basic shampoo. It doesn't do anything bad. It doesn't dry out my hair in any way, but it also doesn't really do anything like crazy special for me, which is why I didn't consistently reach for it. So for me, it was like a take it or leave it type of product. Like I'm fine using it, but I'm also fine not using it. And one thing that I really didn't like about this was actually the packaging. You open it up on the top like this. So there's an opening right over here, and then you have to obviously squeeze it out. Oh, that is some water in there. And I found it a little bit annoying and difficult to squeeze this product out because you literally have to squeeze the bottle, which is really not easy. So didn't like that about it. And I think overall I will not be repurchasing this, but I am actually interested in trying out other products from this brand because the brand does still intrigue me, but just this shampoo I wasn't like over the moon about. I forgot one product in the skincare category. The SkinCeuticals guy was hiding for me. This is the Daily Moisture Lightweight Pore Minimizing Moisturizer for normal or oily skin. This guy is like completely scraped out. Like I use every last drop of this. So this moisturizer from SkinCeuticals is my go-to summertime moisturizer, and I really go through tubs of this in the summertime. So I was actually recommended this product by my esthetician, and I honestly did not believe that I would enjoy this because it's meant for normal or oily skin. I have dry skin. I never, ever bought a product that was meant for oily skin because they just would never work for me. But she insisted that this product would be great for my skin, especially in the summertime when my skin really isn't quite as dry as it is in the wintertime. And she was right. This definitely became very quickly one of my favorite moisturizers for the summertime because it's just that. It moisturizes my skin perfectly, but it's really not heavy at all and doesn't leave like any type of greasy residue. Now I still experience a lot of dryness in the summer, especially dry patches. That never goes away, but I do experience a little bit more oiliness in the summer, or maybe it's just sweat, I don't know. But either way, this type of moisturizer is really perfect for my skin at this time of the year because it doesn't make my skin feel greasy, which is not what I want, especially before applying my makeup. I try to keep my skin still feeling hydrated without getting to the point where my makeup is so hydrated that it kind of just slips off of my face. I will be repurchasing it, and I have repurchased it. So now let's get into some makeup empties. I have a couple here. First things first, we have a concealer. This is the Ilia True Skin Serum Concealer. This is finally done. I've had this concealer also for definitely over a year now, which probably isn't great. Before this was finished, I was like, you know what, I should probably throw this out because I feel like this is burning my under eyes when I apply it. And if you ever have that thought that your makeup is burning your face in any way, please just get rid of it because it's probably a sign that it is expired. This is pretty much my go-to concealer that lives in my vanity at my house. And so this is what I use day to day, and it's what I've been using day to day for a really long time. It's definitely one of my favorite everyday concealers. It's really lightweight, but it still has really nice medium coverage, and it also is quite hydrating as well. It gives a really nice subtle glow to the under eyes, which I love. This concealer is really a holy grail for me. It's one of like the 5 concealers that I constantly cycle between, like one of my go-tos, so I will absolutely be repurchasing this. And if you're wondering, the shade that I use is Suma. Next, we have a little eyebrow gel here from Milk. This is the Kush Fiber Brow Gel in the shade Dutch. This is definitely finished and also just completely dried out. This is what the brow gel looks like. It's just a tiny little spoolie. And this is a very intense tinted brow gel. And the reason why I say that is because it really deposits a lot of color when you apply this in your brows. So this is a brow gel that I would often go to when I didn't really have anything else in my brows and I really wanted to look like I did something, but I also didn't really do much. This is supposed to be a thickening brow gel, so it did give a little bit of volume to my brows, but it also added a lot of color, so it really gave the illusion that my brows were somewhat filled in with this product, which I really liked. So this is definitely a really nice brow gel. I do like it. I don't find that it has a ton of hold for a brow gel. I will not be repurchasing this because I actually have two other brow gels that I am currently loving that kind of does the same thing, that fills in my brows and sets them in place, but I find that it does it better. And those two brow gels are the M Cosmetics Brow Cream as well as the Makeup Forever Aqua Resist Brow. Where is it? It's not right here. I don't know where it is, but it's great. What I prefer about the M Cosmetics Brow Gel as well as the Makeup Forever one is that they have very, very small little spoolies and they really do such a good job of very precisely filling in the brows and setting them in place, and it kind of just fills in your brows in a bit more of a precise way. So for those reasons, I will not be repurchasing this for now, but it is a good product. Speaking of M Cosmetics, I have one of my go-to mascaras here that is definitely completely dried up. So this is the M Cosmetics Pick Me Up Mascara. What I love so much about the Pick Me Up is that it is a tubing mascara. Tubing mascaras are the best for two reasons. When you are lazy, and at the end of the day, you have to take your makeup off, all you gotta do is just take a little bit of water, put it on your lashes, and just go like this. And your mascara basically comes off in clumps, which is so convenient. There's no rubbing of your eye. There's no like dealing with makeup remover and trying to like take your mascara off for like 15 minutes. And we all know how big of a pain in the ass it is. There's no pain in the ass with this guy, which is why I love tubing mascaras just as a whole. And also if you do experience a lot of smudging with your mascaras, especially if you get super sweaty in the summertime, you don't have to worry about smudging with a tubing mascara because they don't smudge. The worst that could happen is that they may flake if you're like crying hysterically and some tears get in your lashes. They may come off in clumps, but honestly, I'd rather my mascara come off in clumps than smudge like a raccoon. I am actually wearing it on my lashes currently. I find it just does a really good job of separating and lengthening my lashes. It doesn't add a lot of volume, but I really like the separated and lengthy look for every day because it's not super intense, but it still makes your lashes look really nice and there. It makes them pop. I already have another one already in use, so this is definitely a mascara that I will be continuing to use because it's awesome. Next, we have pretty much an empty bottle of MAC Fix Plus. I do have a teeny tiny bit left, which I will use up, don't you worry. But I still wanted to mention it in my empties video because I'm just so close to being finished. MAC Fix Plus is a classic. I feel like I always have to have one of these in my collection. If I don't have it, I feel like my collection is incomplete. It's just one of those products that can be used in so many different ways. I love to use MAC Fix Plus at the end of my makeup application to kind of just like make all of my makeup one with my skin. It tends to like calm down powderiness and cakiness. That's one way to use it. You can also use MAC Fix Plus to intensify eyeshadows by spraying it on a brush and then using that in like a metallic shade. It will instantly make it pop more. And you could also apply this before applying makeup to kind of prep and hydrate the skin slightly. And so it's just a great product, and it's one, like I said, that I will always, always, always have in my collection, and I already have another one here that is completely full. Next, we have a Charlotte Tilbury product. This is the Hollywood Beauty Light Wand Easy Highlighter in the shade Spotlight. This is one of my favorite liquid highlighters. I actually did not even realize that this was empty until I tried to use it today, and I was like trying to squeeze the product and realized there was literally nothing coming out of here. It just gives such a beautiful like glow from within type of look, and it's very natural looking, but it still gives you some pop. So it blends very seamlessly into the skin. It doesn't look super obvious, but it still gives you a stunning pop to the top of the cheekbones, which I really love. It's, like I said, one of my favorite highlighters. And I don't even use highlighter that often, but when I do, this is often the one that I would like to go to. So yes, I will be repurchasing this. So those are all of my empties, and now I have 3 expired products that I have to get rid of because they're disgusting. So first we have the Tatcha, the Dewy Skin Cream. So I found out that this was expired when I went in to use it. And the product looks like this. It was like literally clumping up and falling out, which is definitely not how it should work. So I figured it was time for me to throw it out. There was still like a good amount left, but as you can see, I also used quite a bit of this stuff. Now I remember when this product first came out, I was so excited about it because it's called the Dewy Skin Cream. I was imagining like the most dewiness on my face, and I honestly thought that that's what I wanted. And honestly, that's what it gave me. This is a product that will really make your skin so dewy, so hydrated, and so slippery in a way, but not in a good way, at least for me. I found that this was actually too intense for my liking, especially when I would use this before applying my makeup. I kind of found that it affected the wear of my makeup. It made things a little bit too slippery, a little bit too emollient, and too dewy as well. I would honestly prefer a moisturizer that kind of just balances my skin and doesn't take it over the top in one direction or the other. So I'm gonna be throwing this guy out, and I will not be purchasing a new one. So I realized in my cream bronzer video, when I was demoing the Milk Makeup matte bronzer stick, that this was so incredibly expired. I was applying it onto my face and the product literally would not glide even in the slightest. Now this is already a stiff formula, so I know that it's not like the creamiest thing in the world. It doesn't glide on the skin in like a really like slippery way like a lot of cream bronzers do. But this is just so dried out that it was just really obvious that this is actually kind of expired. I've also had this in my collection since I was blonde. Yeah. Let that sink in. That's disgusting. We don't want to put that on the face. As far as the product itself, it is a good cream bronzer. It was one of my go-tos for a long time. It was one of the first cream bronzers that I fell in love with. It works really beautifully when it's not expired, but it's not really like a favorite of mine anymore. So I don't really know if I'm going to be repurchasing this. I'm not going to say I'm not officially, because I may want to dabble back in it. Maybe I want to get a fresh one and just see what it's like now. There's just so many other cream bronzers right now that I'm loving so much. I don't really need another one in my collection right now. The last expired product that I have here is one of my all-time favorite glosses. This is the Tower 28 Shine On Lip Jelly. This one in particular is an almond, and if you look closely, you can see that there's kind of like this yellowy tint to it, and at first I thought that this was just the color separating, and so I tried to mix it around, and then I smelt it, and it just does not smell right. Let me tell you, the Tower 28 Shine On Lip Jellies are some of my favorite lip glosses. They are so glossy and glowy and comfortable. They have such a beautiful gel-like texture. They're not sticky at all. Like, honestly, absolutely gorgeous. I've had this for a little bit over a year, I think. I'm not mistaken. So it makes sense that this is starting to expire. But yeah, these are wonderful. So I will probably be repurchasing this color. All right, guys, that is it. Those are all of my empties. I hope that you enjoyed seeing all the products that I finished lately and all of my thoughts on them. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on any of the products that I spoke about today. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Hit the thumbs up button if you did enjoy today's video, and subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.